Hello friends, family and other creatures obviously. Welcome to ShoWTimE versus Clem, a game that has been called the game of the year, the game of the century, the greatest game of StarCraft 2 ever. And I was asleep before this game got played, so I missed it. And I'm really curious what's going to happen in this little game here on Glittering Ashes. ShoWTimE spawning as the red Protoss player, the top right, and Clem as the blue, the bottom left. Like I said, it's played in the ESL Open Cup number 96. Between Clem and ShoWTimE, I believe in the quarterfinals. And sometimes it isn't the biggest stages that produce the greatest game. Let's get into it. So we have a Barracks first coming out of Clem, and what seems to be a Nexus before core here out of ShoWTimE. This most likely leads into a Stargate opener. I have seen ShoWTimE go into Twilight sometimes out of this, but majority of the time it is going to be a Stargate. As Clem opens up with a straight Marine. Now, Clem recently has kind of been on a factory first. A little bit of the hype train, I would say. The factory first hype train. We'll see if he's gonna once again go for this, or if it's going to be reactor before factory. No, it's going to be factory before reactor, which means that, well, with this factory positioning, most likely we're going to be seeing some cars move out. SCV's being sent to build a depot. And we'll see the reactor go down straight after this. There's still an SCV on Clem's side of the map. This could potentially proxy a Starbot, but could also just go home. Now, ShoWTimE might be capable of getting a couple of clues here. So we see the warp gate skip, so it is indeed going to be Stargate. Oh, ShoWTimE's actually going to go up. He's going to go... He saw the reactor time here. This is kind of big. Right now, ShoWTimE knows that it's going to be a... Ooh. That's cool. ShoWTimE knows it's going to be most likely Hellions, or at least a very fast factory, because the reactor wasn't done yet. That's a pretty big tell. He also saw the SCV come home, and then he didn't see the SCV move out again. So it is actually going to be a proxy starport, but Clem completely faked it. He actually completely faked it. Faked out ShoWTimE here, and I'm curious to see if ShoWTimE is going to be scouting around for any starports. I don't think he is going to. First two Hellions are on the way already. This command center is going to... place itself on the correct position, and then we'll start an orbital command. Alright, Marines on the way. This Adept didn't really get the scout yet that he wants to. He's now going to walk in. I think that might actually be a mistake. Might end up losing the Adept here. It could be kind of dangerous, actually. And that's not great. We'll need to deal a little bit of damage on these Hellions. Actually, hardly does any damage. A single shot loses the Adept. Now he doesn't have map control left. He doesn't actually have much left whatsoever. We'll see how ShoWTimE decides to deal with it. A fourth Adept is being built here. Usually we only see 3 Adepts before Warp Gate finishes, but now we're seeing 4. No batteries being constructed as of yet. Instead we see a second gate on the low ground here. I mean, that gateway is not going to finish before the Hellions are going to be hitting. Hellions should be hitting at around the 4-minute mark, depending on where the starport is. This starport is pretty far away, so it's going to hit at about 4:05, 4:06. Phoenix is going to barely spot it. Oh, actually Clem is not going to be joining the medevac into the main base. Instead, medevac will go home. These Hellions are going to be walking into a wall, so good defense early on here out of ShoWTimE. ShoWTimE sends his starport back home, and we have this Cyclone being rallied into the natural as well. A couple of Marines on the way, and I think we're going to be going into a game in which ShoWTimE so far is in just a really good spot. And Clem, well, he needs to do something to get back into this game, that's for sure. Perhaps he can still go for a delayed Hellion drop once his Revelation kind of wears off. But otherwise, he's just going to be in a bad spot. ShoWTimE basically just got the hall pass for probing up till 65 or 66. The moment ShoWTimE sees that there's a CC in the main base, I mean, ShoWTimE is... he's going to be on cloud 9, basically. He's going to be so insanely happy. He can just probe up. He can get all the tech he wants. He can throw down a robotics facility for all he cares. Oh, he's going to get a free SCV here. Sees the command center. I was going to say orbital command. It's the command center. This is just so much freedom right here for ShoWTimE. Also sees these 4 Hellions. He's going to chase these around for a bit. Maybe even capable of picking one off. He's going to lift it. An interesting lift. Okay, the Phoenixes are coming in. So this Hellion will need to get lifted a second time. ShoWTimE, there we go. Hellion is gonna go down. armor as well as charge on the way for ShoWTimE. I'm surprised we're not seeing a robo yet. Okay, here we go. 5:30 robo. It's a little bit delayed, but it's not the biggest deal because, let's be real here, this first push out of Clem is just going to hit extremely late. And it's going to hit very weak. It's going to hit probably first with just stim in about 80 seconds from now. So we're really looking at the 7-minute mark at that point. And it's just going to hit in a very weak way. Might wait for combat shield if he gets a tech lab on this bad boy. Templar Archives is on the way as well. Yeah, this is just the freedom I was talking about. Look at ShoWTimE. He knows exactly how much he can get away with right now. Gets gas 5 and 6. Is hardly building any units. Wants to get his infrastructure up as quick as possible. Usually that's not possible because you're going to get pushed at what, 620, 625, 630. But because of that 3rd CC and these early Hellions, any push that's going to come his way is going to be weak. And any weak push is going to be easily destroyed by anything he has. Cannon battery going down as well here. And every single time you see a building go down rather than a unit, that just means that ShoWTimE is investing in the future more than investing in the present. And generally, if you're not being attacked, that is the correct play to make. It's also going into Storm here. Now we see that first big warp in. A couple of SCVs are going to fall on the other side of the map. 3 to be exact. We have 3 Phoenixes on the map. You have a bunch of charge lots. Double sentries here. We're going to see if ShoWTimE is going to be capable of holding this. I mean, there's a lot of DPS in this army, even without the upgrades. The problem is just the combat shield isn't here. So, I mean, there's just no staying power. There's no way that Clem is going to risk moving in here. Perhaps losing all of these medevacs and these expensive factory units. And on top of that, a little bit of the momentum that he might have with the next push, in which he will have that infantry armor, in which he will have those infantry weapons, and he will get the combat shield. At the same time, we see ShoWTimE finishing up his Storm, and rather than going for a Prism, so we don't see a Prism on the map yet, he's going to straight go into an Immortal and a Robo Bay. So going for 2 types of AoE before any potential Prism attacks. And this makes me believe that ShoWTimE isn't really too keen on attacking, and is a lot more keen on maybe doing an attack later on in the game. So we now see that second Robo and a Prism. I feel like if that Prism was instead of the Immortal, ShoWTimE would have a really powerful timing. This army is almost completely Marine based. 31 Marines with 4 Storms coming out of a Prism. You're definitely going to be capable of hitting a couple of big ones. You know, at least 1 or 2 will hit big on the Marines. First Storm kind of whiffs there. It's not going to be a great start here for the German Protoss player. Clem still going to be on 3 base. 4th base should come up soon, as 2-2 hasn't started yet either, and now even gets the Ghost Academy. He's investing in a lot of things at the same time. I know his armory finished already, but none of these things are really paying out. Here comes the 4th CC. It's not going to be built in position, even though Clem has the map control and has a lot of good map vision. He's kind of afraid of building that in position, and for a good reason. A couple of Zealots could just cancel that. This Prism on the other side of the map, or even a pylon over here, could be a huge pain in the bum. Oracle is going to get taken out, which means there's no detection right now with this army. Mine is going to hit the Zealot, even splashes a little bit. Another mine, not going to be capable of doing much of anything. This Observer is spotting a lot. Cool pickup there. Blink hasn't been researched yet. Or hasn't finished his research yet. Can we get another pickup? Can we get another pickup? No. Stalker might just die here for free, as we see Clem moving forward right now. There's still 3 Templar in this Prism. Oh, ShoWTimE, ShoWTimE! Huge mistake. They're losing the majority of his splash. There is 1 Colossi coming in now. There's 1 Templar in the back with 66 energy. These Cyclones are actually locking onto a sentry right now. These Cyclones have done a whole lot in these battles. Now we have a big pickup. Phoenixes are out of position. We see a second scan. And Clem is going to drop into the main base. Colossi, of course, will be able to walk up this cliff. And as this army still consists of mainly Marines, it's not actually going to be able to do too much here. Good blink forward out of ShoWTimE as well. He's going to clean this up. And this was a pretty bad trade here for Clem. Clem, who had a good start of this fight, taking out that Prism. The load up wasn't quite it. I don't think he realized that these Colossi were going to be there. And I don't think he realized how little Marauders he actually had. At home he does have a bunch of Marauders, a couple of Mines, a couple of Ghosts even. The game isn't lost yet, but he lost his momentum, he lost his map control. And he also lost a lot of medevac, so getting back out there is just going to be very difficult. This Mine is going to hit a Zealot. That's interesting. very interesting. The fact that his mine gets to survive for so long. Another thing that's kind of interesting is the complete lack of vision on the left side for ShoWTimE. That definitely could annoy him later on in the game. If double drops or even mine drops. I mean, there's 2 cannons here. There's a cannon in the natural, even a cannon in the main. ShoWTimE's well defended, but there's still always that risk of something happening. Also on this side, there's no real vision for ShoWTimE. It does have some key locations, but I also wouldn't mind if he decides to attack now. I mean, he has a decent amount of splash in his army. He has 4 Templar. In this army there's 2. There's 4 Colossi with range. You're fighting against an army that still consists mainly out of Marines. And you can fight this. You definitely can fight this. I think Clem right now is realizing as well that he can't fight this. No Guardian Shield being used. Kind of a weird mistake out of ShoWTimE. He's gonna win this fight though and force his opponent back. Good target fire out of these Stalkers. Sniping 2 ghosts there already. Mine is gonna get another kill. ShoWTimE still not really responding to that. Big Zealot Warpin will take care of this one Zealot. And now the lack of vision is actually really aiding Clem in staying alive. Because if ShoWTimE was aware that this army was here, you could kind of chase that army away and then maybe even get across the map to go for a killing blow. However, that's not quite the case here, as ShoWTimE is going to just stay home, stay defensive, maybe get into Dark Templar. Yep, here we go. Shadow Stride is being researched at this point. It's down in upgrades, by the way. It's going to be down in upgrades for a while. So maybe that's the one thing he was afraid of, is that he fights into a large Marauder force and gets like semi-surrounded. Then Colossi are a little bit worse if that Marauder count is bigger than before, and maybe afraid of EMPs at the same time as well. So I don't completely mind him staying at home. I just felt like there might have been some type of possibility to attack. And he didn't take that. He did not take that opportunity. Disruptor count is growing. Bases are well defended. This base is very well defended even. We have two armies right now for ShoWTimE. One is just being used very defensively. Kind of like as a guard on this left side base. Vision is increasing as well for ShoWTimE. His observer in the middle did get taken out, but in general I like his vision currently more than before.
Base is under attack.
And he also feels a little more... Oh, hello? Hello. Yep, need to really take these. He also feels a little bit more in control right now than he did before. Perhaps it is because his 2-2 has finished up. Perhaps it is because he needs to get rid of some Zealots, and in order to do that it's nice to posture on the map. Maybe it's because he got some Disruptors in his army as well. So there's a couple of factors that could give him this confidence, or could... Oh my god, all of these Disruptors are gonna fall. Huge misplay here out of ShoWTimE. One more Disruptor is here. Clem sees an opportunity, smells an opportunity, and he takes it immediately. EMP hits after the storm. But I don't think that really matters. There's still one Disruptor. You can't walk up this ramp. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Oh my god! Both players making a huge error. First, all of these Disruptors being thrown away. Now all of the Ghosts being gifted for free here to ShoWTimE. The Vikings are also going to die. We'll trade out with these Colossi. Semi-okay. 3 Disruptors are here. Not quite sure if ShoWTimE is capable of defending this base though. Oh, blink underneath this Liberator. ShoWTimE needs to be so careful. He's being a little bit too careful maybe even with these Disruptors in the back. 3-3 hadn't finished yet either for Clem, and Clem throwing away a huge opportunity there. I think that was that could have been game there. Okay, this is a throw. That was a little bit of a throw. After ShoWTimE with that big misplay with those 4 Disruptors, Clem just runs in 6 Ghosts and kind of forgets that he just ran them in. Loses 5 of them. It doesn't really EMP all that much. Now there's still 1 Colossi alive and there's 3 Vikings. These Vikings are low, the Colossi is low. So I'm not quite sure who is winning there. Well, this is a dead base, that's for sure. Oh, we get a mine shot. And no repair whatsoever. So this base is going to fall. A couple of SCVs are also going to be going down. We'll see what Clem can do against this. As Clem's already flying over his next command center. And staying on a very low worker count as well, by the way. Not going up to 85 like we sometimes see him do. Or 86, 87. No. He says, I want to stay... Oh my god, there's a second planetary here. Do I like that? Yeah, I kind of do actually. That's a cute move. Taking a page out of the book of Maru. Maru's been playing a lot like this lately. Liberators are on the way. There's only +1 ship weapons though. +2 ship weapons is considered to be one of these absolute key upgrades. What a weird recall out of ShoWTimE. It's gonna lose 3 disruptors for that. Is also going to be killing this base at the same time though. No cancel, no lift. Clem just not paying attention for, well, 4 or 5 seconds there. It's gonna lose a command center. Loses the next command center as well. Immediately rebuilds 2. And even though Clem has been a little bit slow in the responses to the harassment, and sometimes his control hasn't been brilliant, I feel like ShoWTimE has made some questionable decisions. And with that recall being one of them, and leaving the disruptors to die. Well, that's not really a decision, that's a mistake as well. But so far, a couple of big errors out of both players. So now we have +2 ship weapons. Like I was going to say before, +2 ship weapons allows you to 2-shot stalkers. Or if you EMP the stalkers, allows you to 1-shot stalkers. So it's an absolutely huge upgrade. This command center flew over, didn't it? It didn't speed build it. Like you could do with humans in Warcraft 3. A couple of big EMPs coming out of these ghosts. Will take off the shields of all of these stalkers. This big scan forward is going to reveal that this army is very scary. Scans it again and says, well, that's still very scary. It's gonna get a nice EMP here on these, well, on these Templars, at least on one of these Templars. The other Templar is kind of allowed to live for now. I think this base might just fall here. Don't want to waste all of your disruptor shots, of course, on this one planetary, because then you might kind of get that weird situation where you don't have any disruptor shots left. Uses 1 disruptor shot for zoning. Still has some Templar with this army. DTs, are we moving into action? Yes, you are. No shot you're gonna blink in this. Absolutely no way, my friend. Yep. This time around, ShoWTimE says, I cannot do that. And ShoWTime's gonna actually send these DTs towards the middle base, where there's no detection and also no double lip plus mine there. These Liberators will be capable of holding off ShoWTimE on this side of the map. At the same time, Clem is going for a base trade, or at least trying to initiate one. We'll see what ShoWTime's decision is going to be. I don't think you can do this, ShoWTimE. There is still a crap ton of Liberators there. The Liberators here holding strong as well. Defensive Liberators really are something else, let me tell you that much. Big scan. We have a couple more lips trying to set up this 5th base. Clem meanwhile took out 2 bases. Gonna go for a 3rd. Is he paying attention? He is not. He's gonna lose a big chunk of his army here, as it is a very chaotic game at this point. Let's take a look at that first person of Clem. He's looking for a jump on top of these disruptors. Doesn't maybe believe that he can get him. Right now, sees what's happening here at the 5th, but that 5th base is, or sorry, that 4th base is absolutely clean. Clean defense there. A couple of extra command centers going up, and Liberators at home are defending. Yeah, Clem shouldn't really worry about DTs on that 4th base anymore. At least as long as these Liberators and this mine is here. I mean, that's going to be absolutely fine. We now have a single lib heading towards this topside base. It wanted to harass over here. Instead it's going to find a different base. Let's see if Clem is going to respond to that. So far he hasn't yet. He's busy with other things that are also pretty important. A lot of disruptor shots being used right now. This might give Clem the opportunity to jump on top of this. ShoWTimE sends out 1 more. How many shots are there left? Well, he has 10 disruptors, so probably at least 1. It's kind of a given at this point. We see the Liberator moving over here. The Stalkers actually went to defend this left side base, not realizing that the Lib still was flying on. Lib not being used. You have a single Marine actually taking out a lot of the shields on this base. 6th base is being established at this point as well for Clem. Clem, oh my god, huge disruptor hits once again. Overall resources lost still in favor of the young French Terran, who now is in a more defensive position. He's outmining his opponent. We see a big blink forward here out of ShoWTimE. On top of that, we see a zoning disruptor, a couple of zoning disruptors. I mean, plenty of shots to go around, so I'm not too surprised. ShoWTimE still looking for weaknesses. It's not quite finding them with these Dark Templar though. 13 Liberators out on the map. Another Ghost is on the way. His planetary is going to be burning down if it doesn't get repaired. It's going to get repaired. A lot of disruptor shot trying to aim for these SCVs. Will get a big hit. 10 SCVs down the drain right there. DTs in the middle take out a base. But finally, we do find some damage with these DTs. But the DTs will also fall. That is a huge loss for ShoWTimE. It's going to be losing about 12 Dark Templar there. Now wants to get this base in return. Says, okay, if I lose 12 DTs for 1 base, that's not great. But if I lose 12 DTs for 2 bases, all of a sudden, that's pretty okay. Does end up losing a couple of disruptors as well, and now needs to be afraid of being pushed back. His army supply isn't all that large anymore, and this is a brilliant recall. He is going to be losing a little bit of that map control, and I'm not quite sure if he has enough to stop this Liberator army. Look how large it is. More Liberators than Stalkers at this point, and Liberators trade really well against Stalkers already, especially when they have upgrades like they do right now. This base is gonna go down, and ShoWTimE is trying to attempt a base trade. I'm not quite sure if he can though. I mean, I guess there's nothing at home really to defend. Maybe he can actually get a base trade going. This Orbital is... Where are you flying, Mr. Orbital? Not quite sure where he's going. He's flying straight towards his death, it feels like. Stalkers are blinking forward. Where are those Disruptors? Moving forward. Trying to get a shot in. Clem needs to pay close attention here. There's a drop on the left side. These Stalkers are going to fall. It's not a drop, it's just a run by more. Because the medevac has gone down already. Bet there was a medevac with that initially. This base is still going strong as well. Clem is still mining more at this point. Right side base is gonna get taken out. Command center, is this being built? No, this is being flown over. Okay, well, it's gonna go for the main base. If the production of ShoWTimE dies, which it very well might at this point, be a big issue. Liberators all got sent back home, but they're not in position quite yet. This was really important. This was hugely important. If this base gets to survive, then Clem is going to be outmining his opponent. But right now this base is most likely going to be going down. There is a big repair on this planetary. Liberators are pushing the Stalkers away, but the Stalkers can still blink around. Maybe take out a couple of these Liberators. They're out of position after all. In the main base at the same time, we have the Disruptors trying to fight against these drops, and they're doing a darn good job. ShoWTimE is going to continue his reign of terror on these SCVs. We only have 7 Liberators remaining, but just pure Liberators can't push this back. You can always find an angle. Oh, he wants to kill that. He wants to kill it. He's not gonna get it. He barely doesn't get it and end up losing 3-4 Stalkers there. Now this army is gonna drop. Clem's army is bigger. It just is. The problem is that over time, Clem's army is also worse. In that Disruptor shots are going to hit. And if they do, they're gonna hit big. This is an army that has the potential to be insanely cost efficient. It also is an army that... Oh my god, this reaches. Also is an army that has the potential to get absolutely wiped off the map if you're not in position in time. These Liberators are gonna siege up this base, and I think ShoWTimE needs to give this base up. I think this base is gone. Oh my god, that's a big Disruptor shot. 82 army supply. It is so darn important that these Stalkers stay alive. There's no gas in the bank right now. Disruptor almost falls. ShoWTimE is gonna go fishing here. This is a fishing expedition. Is he gonna catch anything? Oh my god. Catches a shark. Huge hit. Gonna continue fishing, throwing out his line, looking for that free damage. Doesn't even use bait. Just throwing out that line again and again and again. Same time, he's moving towards the left side, trying to take out the only mining base that Clem has left. Liberators are gonna come home. These Stalkers could be targeting some Libs rather than going for the CC. Instead they go for the CC, they won't get it again. And I think that is the incorrect call. If you can take out a Liberator, you take out a Liberator. There's nothing on the ground that can beat 8 Disruptors. It is not possible. Once the Liberators are gone, ShoWTimE, you will reign supreme, my friend. At this point, you probably already are reigning supreme. We have a Disruptor shot being sent out. We'll get that Widow mine. There's an Orbital on the far right side, which is still mining. Liberator should be the priority here for ShoWTimE. And they are going to be the priority. One Liberator gets taken out. He's gonna lose 1 Disruptor for it, though. Not quite sure if one of his Disruptor shots did connect. Wait, there's only 4 Libs left. Where did the others go? This base is going to be mining. We have a single Zealot moving in there. Right now we have some long distance mining. 27, 55 mineral income here for ShoWTimE. Clem is the one that's mining. He still has an Orbital. ShoWTimE's going to move up. This Ram's going to take out this Orbital command. There's another Orbital command here. There's 2 more Orbital commands left after this. Don't forget that a Dark Shrine is still around, which means if there's no more detection and the Ghosts die, that could potentially be a very bad thing. That could be potentially game ending. These probes need to evacuate right now. This is truly the final mining base, isn't it? For ShoWTimE. He's gonna be out of bases. These Liberators need to get into a defensive position, but Disruptors from a distance, I mean, what are you gonna do? And not much of anything, that's for sure. You're gonna need to keep repairing. That's a dead Disruptor. That's a dead Disruptor. That's a huge deal. ShoWTimE not microing this well. It's gonna take out the planetary, though. What is there left? 2 orbital commands in the main base. 2 orbitals in the main base. 42 workers for ShoWTimE. He's gonna build a Nexus. The army of Clem is much larger, and once again the disruptors go on a mission back home. This time though it's only 6 left. That bio army still is sizable. Loses a Viking to a cannon. That's a static building, my friend. That's all you want. ShoWTimE's gonna try to actually move up. This ramp's gonna lose the Colossi. Clem's paying attention. No, yep. Clem was paying attention, and now these bio units all of a sudden, perhaps capable of just chasing. I think they could have been. What is there left right now for ShoWTimE? The answer is nothing. ShoWTimE is absolutely dead at this point. It's a very exciting game though. 7 medevacs here. We're gonna need some major disruptor shots in order for this game to be a game again. Stargate gets taken out. I like this call because in that case you can always force a draw. Oh, Clem? Clem? Something happening in the main base? I think we might have lost some unit there. Goes for the pickup and leaves this base. Oh, he's gonna start moving forward. Wants to trade with these stalkers. Needs one of these medevacs at home though to heal this better than bruised army. We have some mining going on. We also have a Liberator here denying some mining. Can you reach this? Without a Stargate, I think this might... And it's not like you can throw away infinite stalkers because you just don't have money anymore. There's no way you can reach it. Oh my god. This Liberator spot is crazy. Can you actually blink in there? No, you can't reach. Up! Stalker goes down. More probes are gonna fall. This Liberator is a game-changing Liberator. There's a mine as well here. There's 1 worker remaining for Clem. He's gonna be capable of throwing down a couple of mules. And I feel like Clem still can just straight up win the game by fighting. 7 stalkers and 6 disruptors. I mean, I've seen him micro. I know that he can control his units like no one else can. If he doesn't get hit by a disruptor shot, he just wins. This is the sick. The Stargate snipe is so much smarter now, even. Clem knew about this position. He sniped the Stargate for a good reason. For a very good reason. ShoWTimE decides to take this Nexus rather than building a Stargate. It's now long distance mining. Liberator's trying to move into position. This Nexus is gone. That Nexus is gone. There's nothing in the main base though. And there's nothing to protect this orbital. ShoWTimE is not aware of that orbital, but he might just have a feeling. Marine is gonna fall. It's gonna die. This orbital is gonna fly away. Oh my god. What a stealthy... Oh, Clem, you're so down. Oh no. Caught between a rock and a hard place. And now ShoWTimE should know, hey, wait a second. If there's mules and SCVs there probably also is an orbital. At the same time, ShoWTimE lost everything on the left side. 13 workers are left. What happened with the disruptors? There's too much happening right now. Okay. Another orbital here on the far left side. These Marines are gonna die. Oh, Clem. We need to pay attention. Well, we weren't paying attention. Almost get a Stalker. Holy cow, that was close. ShoWTimE just sends it back. Confident that Clem didn't pay attention anymore. In a ground fight, I'm still favoring Clem here. There's 2 DTs. There is 1 scan, but there's also EMPs. If these ghosts go down and the orbital gets taken out, that's the final orbital. That could be the end of it. That could potentially be the end of it. Is Clem aware of this right side base? He's not, but perhaps he has an inkling, a feeling. Scan gets used, takes out an observer. That means no mining for Clem on this left side base. No mining whatsoever on that left side base. Where's the SCV? Where's the... Okay, it's here in the corner. But if he isn't muling, he can't build anything. He's gonna build 1 SCV and start mining with it. This SCV is gonna go back towards the left side base. TT is gonna kill this worker or go for the orbital. I think the worker first, no? Yep. Oh my god, Clem sees it! The eyes on this kid. Why was he looking at his worker? He's gonna micro this worker away. You genius. You little genius. Oh my god, how good are your eyes? How fast are your hands? How big is your brain? Misses an EMP! How slow are you? He's gonna get the second EMP in a blink away. So in the end, it isn't that bad. I'm just joking, guys. But that wasn't pretty. Okay, at the same time, we have a couple of disruptors here on the far right side. 1 disruptor, or sorry, 1 liberator gets taken out. DT in the back is going for the ghost. No shot. Oh my god. Get the ghost, get the ghost. Oh my... He wanted to blink the... Dodge the EMP, but instead he got scanned. There's now 1 DT still left. That Disruptor hit big, by the way. I didn't even realize that for a second. Oh, pick up, pick up. Targeting down the wrong medevac. Oh, good pick up here out of Clem. That Disruptor shot isn't good enough. We now have what? It is 2 Marauders, a Ghost, and a Viking. At this point, only 2 Marauders and a Viking left against a crap ton of units. I'm just going to keep pushing, pulling these units into the medevacs. Just pushing forward with these Liberators. Oh my god, is this the last mining that there is for ShoWTimE? Yes, it is. This is ridiculous. Look at these lips as well. Another pickup here. How many Disruptor shots do we have left? Well, not that many, most likely. Ay. Good blink forward. It's going to be capable of taking out at least one of these Liberators. Viking is going to be kiting back, but there's nothing left at this point for Clem. No, wait. There's units on the left. A couple more Marines. I didn't expect it. I doubt ShoWTimE is expecting it. Is this possible, though? We have 4 Disruptors, 1 DT. Is this going to get spotted? Is it going to get spotted? Oh, blink away. He wanted to dodge that EMP. Look at him. He's going for it. He's going for it. Do we have a scan? EMP? EMP gets the EMP. Kills the DT. Flanking Disruptors. Looking for damage. How did this mine get in here? Okay, gets that mine at least with a Disruptor shot. But only 3 Disruptor shots left at this point. Needs to use another one. Has no gas as well. So the only unit he can build currently is the Zealot. He needs to start mining gas to get more Stalkers. Maybe even get a battery here, no? That would be very useful. 2 more Zealots being warped in at home. Observer is going to return home as well. Look at the control here out of Clem. It's ridiculous. Does he see that Observer? I don't think he's seeing it. There's still some mining here on the far left side. Oh, these Zealots are going to go to the only mining that Clem has. That's so brilliant. I didn't even think of that. EMP hits big. Means there's no... Oh! That Disruptor shot hit the Ghost. And I think 1 Marine as well. It's a nice Wilhelm scream. Okay, 2 Zealots are going to start working on this orbital command. At the same time, Clem is going to keep picking up these Marines on the far right side. There is a lot of medevacs left. There's not a lot that can catch this. I like this building a battery, even if it's only just to heal this this Nexus. This is a Zealot there. Almost killed it himself. We have a little bit of gas mining. He needs to be so darn careful here. There's almost no damage output here. 1 Disruptor. 4 HP. That last second pickup is so clutch. Stalkers can die. If these Stalkers die, I think the game might just end. Another Stalker gets warped in. 1 will die. That is a huge deal here. Battery is almost out. We're going to need to use the super battery on. Use it. Use it for the Nexus. Use it. Oh my god, we started too late. The Nexus goes down. There's no money for another Nexus. That means we're back to long distance mining from our 4th base, which is this. There's no mining on the left side. This orbital's gonna burn. There's 2 workers though. Where are they? Where are you at, you pricks? Okay, they're hidden. This guy is gonna start flying towards that side. At the same time, we have Disruptor still trying to throw a ball at these Marines and on these Marines to dodge it. Can you land it? Can you land it in time to... No, what? This is 100% the incorrect call. Are you joking? He could have flown it to the right side. These SCVs couldn't have gone to the high ground. He had money to repair, at least a little. Oh my god, 2 Disruptors! 2 Disruptors, 3 Disruptors! 2 Disruptors are gonna go down. Oh, that was a full medevac with like 10 HP. 23 HP, okay. What do we have left? What do we have left for ShoWTimE? The answer is very little. Disruptor shot needs to hit at this point, it feels like. But if there's a battery somewhere, that would be huge. But there's no battery here. Probes are going to be used as well to help defend against this. Okay, let's take a look. What do we have left? We have 4 Stalkers, 3 Probes, and 2 Disruptors. Did you snipe a Marine? I think he might have. This is going to be the play, isn't it? You're going to blink snipe Marines. Gonna go for it. It's gonna go for a blink snipe on one of these Marines. And at the same time zone out your opponent with these Disruptors. Clem doesn't have mining left. This is 100% a draw at this point for Clem. No, it isn't. It actually isn't. Wait. There's still 2 next high and there's probes alive. Which means that if these units go down, ShoWTimE can long distance mine from this base. And then eventually get a Stargate to stop a draw. Which means that right now it's on Clem. Completely. Clem needs to kill his opponent. Or needs to contain him in his main base. Somehow. Or kill every Nexus. Oh, here comes... one of these Marines gonna fall. No. Yes, 1 goes down. Oh my god, ShoWTimE's gonna keep microing back. This is so tense. 1 Stalker's gonna die. 2 Stalkers gonna die. Oh. Disruptors. Disruptors are dead. Disruptors are dead. As long as he has more than 50 minerals, it also doesn't really matter. I think... Okay. I think the priority here... He's gonna escape with the probes. He's gonna escape with the probes. No way. The priority is to kill medevacs, not marines. Because he can never get any health back on these medevacs. So you're waiting until your shields return. And then as long as your Nexus is alive, it's all good. If you can get a shot on the medevac, you're gonna get a shot on the medevac. That's the most important thing. 6 units against 2. 2 probes still here as well. As long as a Nexus is alive, ShoWTimE can win. The moment the Nexuses fall, Clem has at least secured a draw. Okay, this is a blink away. That much is clear. I actually think ShoWTimE should do something tricky. I think he should blink up here to try and get a shot on these medevacs. Or he should be splitting up the Stalkers. One over here, one over here. So Clem can't know where he's coming from. So first of all, you're going to blink into the main base, come from one side, get a double shot on one of these medevacs. Then you run away. Okay, that Nexus is gone. I'm not sure if it's enough though. I'm not sure if you have enough time for this to get down both medevacs. But at this point, I think ShoWTimE almost should be preparing for a draw scenario. He's taking some hull damage there. That is definitely not the way to go. Now, he can technically still blink in, but it would be semi-risky. There is quite some vision and the blink sound. I mean, there is a blink sound. That is a semi-big deal. There's also still a battery here, by the way. That could come in handy later. Imagine if there was just one battery in the main base. Turn that into a super battery and you would have an even better shot at defending this. But no battery in the main base. This is why I built batteries in the main, guys. Okay, this Nexus is down. ShoWTimE just gave up his chance of winning. It's 100% draw for Clem right now. The least he has is a draw. The least. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Needs to be healing these marines. Giving a little bit of extra damage here. Every time he does hull damage, that is big. That is actually big. ShoWTimE has not revealed their base and is being revealed. ShoWTimE has been revealed, which means that Clem is now fully aware of what's going on here. He sees these buildings. He knows what there is left to do. In between the win. Okay, this is the blink in I was thinking of. I think Clem heard it, but he wasn't sure. Okay, now he sees them. Now he sees them. He's gonna go for them. He's gonna go for them. Yeah, I think this should have been done slightly earlier. I think you need to keep chasing Clem. He should have chased a little faster. I think he would have been capable of getting it. Blink is almost off of cooldown. Okay, there we go. Another blink away. Do you just chase them forever? Do you try to chase them forever? Or do you not care? I mean, these buildings on the low ground are the hardest because you don't have this ramp to protect you. The medevacs also regenerate quickly enough in their health that technically you can keep stimming forever and even take some damage and be fine. As long as your medevacs stay alive. If you can just get one medevac down, that would be huge. I think the dream scenario is you go in from two sides. Like the moment Clem is over here, you know? This is going to be a key location. Is you have one stalker here, one stalker here. Right now, I think you just let all these buildings in the main die until he gets very deep, like near the Dark Shrine, near the Forge. Then you can go in. Leave one stalker here, one stalker from this area. Then you can come from two sides as well. Maybe even sneak over here. You can always blink down. Blinking down might be hard to run away though. It's so hard to say what the best thing is here. See, ShoWTimE is just waiting for an opportunity to shoot at these medevacs as well. You see that? I love how careful Clem is being with these medevacs. Constantly hold positioning them. ShoWTimE currently at 0 APM. None. He's just watching. He's watching the game like I am. Clem on the other hand. 369 APM. 400 APM. 500 APM. He's just right-clicking these freaking marines on that gateway like his life depends on it. Imagine if ShoWTimE had walked. That would be dangerous. There's no escape route if you're here. Where would you escape? Yeah, you can't. You really can't. This is brilliant out of Clem. This actually... So he has one barracks over here and all the other barracks can just be used as spotters. It's gonna take years for ShoWTimE to work through these barracks. That's actually a good plan. Actually a good plan. There's also still 2 SCVs around. We shouldn't forget about these. These could potentially... Oh! Repair one of the medevacs. Let's not forget about that. Yeah, this is a scary point. ShoWTimE kind of formulating a similar response like I thought of. Now he needs to split up these bad boys. You see that? If he would split them up, look at that. Look at the vision of Clem. There's no vision here. One shot on a medevac? Maybe possible. Is there an escape route is the question. I think there might be. Once these barracks enter the field though, full vision for Clem, and any type of trick that you have is going to be a lot more difficult. Oh, want to go for a second shot there. It's not quite going to work out. Medevacs just keep gaining more and more energy. Okay. At this point the APM for ShoWTimE still pretty low. Here we go again. Oh, he's blocking off escape paths. An entry path. This is brilliant. Oh, he's gonna lock him in. He's gonna surround him with buildings. He's not gonna allow the jump down. Oh my god, if this would have worked. This would have been the slowest surround ever. This is so cool. I've never seen something like this in my life. It still feels like Clem is just slowly but surely winning though. ShoWTimE is dying a slow but painful death. Clem realizing he still has 2 SCVs here. He's gonna send them over maybe to... Oh, he already has them queued up on the medevac. You gotta be kidding me. Like, there's not that much happening, mate. If you lose these SCVs, I'm never going to forgive you. You gotta be kidding me. He just walks through the vision of these stalkers and he gets away with it. The award for the dumbest move goes to Clem. Oh my god, he's gonna make... This is... Gonna get a repair on the medevac. This game is brilliant. Clem actually has been playing brilliant. The fact that he stayed in this game at times is surprising and just wild. This definitely to me is the game of the year. This is so sick. It's gonna use the SCVs as well at this point to start clearing these buildings quicker. And actually, he could just purely use the SCVs and use the Marines to start kind of throwing off or chasing away these stalkers. I think that is the ultimate play here, no? Is you use the SCVs to attack the buildings, and with the Marines you're just chasing these stalkers away. Look at the control of ShoWTimE. It feels like he's doing it better now than before. Almost every single time he just needs to wait so long to get these shields back. The medevacs regain their stuff as well. This building is gonna burn down. SCV still going strong on that gateway. The real question is going to be, is this battery going to be enough? Is this battery going to be capable of healing the stalkers and regaining the energy? I think the DPS of the Marines is simply too high. Because ShoWTimE still can't stand and defend. That is really the main issue here. I think these Marines can out DPS it, or at least do enough damage that a battery will drain its energy. Then they go back for a bit, and then there might be nothing left. I think ShoWTimE's game is coming to an end here. SCVs of course also get healed here by the medevacs. Don't forget that these barracks still could be used to potentially cut off either escape paths or attacking angles. It's really quite dangerous for ShoWTimE. Like, if he moves in too far, and then he gets walled in by these buildings, he can never escape. And ShoWTimE just needs to be going for these Marines. Just needs to go on these Marines. Like, you can't waste time with these barracks. That's admitting defeat here. But perhaps that's the only thing that he can still do. For Marine stimming. Again. And again. And again. Do we have another stim? No, of course not. We're gonna wait and be patient. No need to rush this. I wonder what happens. If you lose 2 Marines here, it's going to be a lot harder. If you lose 1 Marine, I still think it's playable. But 2 Marines, I think that's really where the limit is. You could also lose 1 medevac at this point. Because it really is is coming to an end soon. Yeah, I think ShoWTimE knows as well. He's dead. It's over. It's actually over. No high ground vision for ShoWTimE either, so can even retreat back up until the high grounds. Actually just focusing the battery. Is that the play here? Seems to be absolutely fine as these stalkers will not... Oh my god, a marine dies. No shot. Oh, he move commanded incorrectly. Almost gets a second marine. Oh! No way! Is Clem throwing this? He got impatient. No, he's fine. Good pick up there, dodging the shot. If he gets that second marine and he keeps 2 stalkers alive, I think it might be playable all of a sudden because 2 marines have almost no DPS. Then you can kite a little bit with these stalkers and you might actually be fine. Oh man, that was so close. That was ridiculous. Clem actually did get impatient though. Look at this. Just right-clicking that battery. He should have just drained the battery first, I think. He thought he could just straight up win here. Oh man. That is actually a pretty big error. The probe's also dealing some extra damage. What a game. What an absolutely bonkers, insane, wild game. That's super crazy. That's a good pickup as well. That's a man. Alright. Well, that's gonna be it for today. If you like this game, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you all next time for a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.